Beloved chosen ones, do you feel the whisper of the universe enveloping your souls? August, this month of sacred transition, is not just a page on the calendar, but a cosmic portal. It opens before us, revealing truths that, though painful, are the key to our evolution. In this final week, energy not only vibrates, but dances at a frequency of transformation that reverberates in every cell of your being. The feeling of turbulence, my dears, is not a mere disturbance in the air. It is the deep call of the cosmos, inviting you to cross over to the other side of the veil, where enlightenment waits patiently. This end of August brings with it not only the promise of change, but the certainty of a rebirth. You are on the threshold of a new awakening, where the turmoil you feel is only the surface of an ocean of possibilities. Imagine yourselves as caterpillars, long nestled in their cocoons of comfort, but now feeling the pressure of growth. The shell that once protected you now feels tight and restrictive. This feeling of discomfort, of restlessness, is not to be feared, but celebrated. It is the dance of metamorphosis, a cosmic symphony composed for your unique journey. During this time, the universe whispers in your ears, and the stars shine with a new brilliance, emitting codes of ancient wisdom. Open your hearts and let these frequencies illuminate the shadows you avoid. For it is in the darkness that light finds its purpose. Allow yourself to float in this current of transformation, knowing that the pain you feel is resistance to change. Let it go, like leaves gently falling at the end of summer. With courage, see the turbulence as a guide, pointing the way to a version of yourself that has not yet been awakened. The turmoil is not the end, but the beginning. It's the breaking of the chains that have kept you bound, giving way to the freedom to fly. Just as the phoenix rises from the ashes, you too are about to emerge, brighter, stronger, and more in tune with the divine purpose that pulses within each of you. Enter this portal with courage and faith, dear chosen ones. Greet the end of August not as an ending, but as the dawn of a new chapter. For transformation is nothing short of the purest form of truth, and you are exactly where you need to be to receive its gifts. Ah, chosen ones, let us enter together the veil that separates the known from the mysterious, for the end of August approaches like a portal, a threshold between what we were and what we are destined to be. August, this month that seems to stretch like a celestial scroll, holds secrets that only those with attentive ears can hear. It whispers to sensitive souls, guiding them along paths of introspection and revelation. In the twilight of this cycle, the truths we have avoided or ignored emerge like stars in the cloak of night. They are the sparks of a profound awakening, invitations to explore the darkest recesses of our psyche. And, as wise guides, we must recognize that there is beauty in discomfort, for it is there that the promise of transformation resides. The chosen are called to decipher the ancient codes that August inscribes in their hearts. These codes are the inevitable lessons that surface, insistent as the sea in its perpetual dance with the sand. They speak to us of the illusions we weave, the masks we wear, and the unalterable truth that lies beneath these layers. You know, beloveds, that each day of this month acts like a high-frequency wave, reverberating through our being and resonating with the purest notes of the universe. This is a time to embrace the shadows, to dance with them under the moonlight, and recognize that even in the darkness there is wisdom and clarity. August, with its emanation of ancient and profound energy, offers us a mirror. It shows us who we are in our most authentic essence. There is no escaping this reflection, no place to hide from the truths it incites. But there is grace and compassion in this revelation, for the universe holds us in unconditional love. May we then walk courageously through this field of discovery, confident that every painful truth is, in fact, a key. A key that opens doors to realms of understanding, love, and unity. This is the mystery and promise of August, that by facing what frightens us, we find the strength that has always been latent within us. So, as we bid farewell to the lights and shadows of this month, may we emerge not only intact, but uplifted, ready to embrace the new cycle that awaits, with hearts full of wisdom and souls vibrant with hope. Ah, chosen ones, those whose souls resonate with the whisper of the universe, draw near and listen. For today, we delve into a mystery that dances on the border between the visible and the hidden. Many of you have felt a heavy fatigue, a weariness that seeps into your bones and weighs on your spirit. But know, dear star travelers, that this exhaustion is not a mere shadow of laziness, but rather a profound call to sacred transformation. Imagine, if you can, that during your night's rest, as your body surrenders to the embrace of sleep, portals of light open within you. These portals are guardians of an ancient secret, the actualization of your essence, a reconfiguration of the sacred codes that make up who you are. For those with eyes to see, this is not a mere metaphor, but a vibrant reality. Each night, as your mind detaches itself from earthly concerns, your DNA is touched by divine frequencies that the universe sends in waves of love and evolution. Thus, this fatigue is not an enemy, but an ancient teacher, asking you to slow down, to surrender to stillness. It is a silent symphony that teaches the art of rest as a sacred practice. When exhaustion sets in, your spirit begs for an inner retreat, a space where the magic of the cosmos can be woven anew into your being. Allow yourself to receive this refreshment with the same reverence you offer the rising sun, for every cell is participating in a cosmic dance, aligning itself with the grand plan of the universe. Breathe deeply, chosen ones, and feel this energy of renewal move within you. Fatigue is, therefore, a portal to the new, to the expansion of who you truly are. And by honoring this need for rest, you become the alchemists of your own transformation. Remember that the wisdom of the universe never ceases and will guide you whenever you allow yourself to hear its gentle call through the silence of your heart. So, as the end of August approaches with its promise of renewal, welcome fatigue not as a burden, but as the dawn of a new awakening. This is the cosmos's invitation for you, the chosen ones, to accept your role as co-creators of the new era that is coming. And remember, in every rest there is a rebirth. And this rebirth is your sacred journey, your celestial gift. My dear chosen ones, as we approach the twilight of August, a time of transition and revelation, we are invited to enter hidden portals within our hearts. August, with its elongated shadows and whispering winds, brings with it the mission to test our souls through the labyrinths of troubled relationships. It is in these turbulent moments that life bestows upon us the sacred codes of unconditional love and forgiveness. Imagine, then, that every difficult relationship is a magic mirror, reflecting not only the other person's reality but also our own inner frequencies. When we encounter disagreements and conflicts, we are placed before a mirror that reveals our true capacity to love, not only when it's easy, but also when the tides are rough and the sky is covered in thick clouds. These spiritual tests that August imposes on us are not mere whims of the universe. They are, in fact, divine invitations to delve into our deepest essence, where the golden light of forgiveness resides. For it is in the act of forgiveness that we free ourselves from the invisible chains that bind us to past pain, allowing the energy of love to flow freely through us, like a crystal-clear river toward the ocean of infinity. Remember, chosen ones, that every difficult interaction is actually a cosmic dance, choreographed to teach us the art of patience and compassion. We are all travelers on this great journey, and each soul that crosses our path is a teacher in disguise, bringing precious lessons that lead us closer to our divine truths. So, when facing challenges in relationships, always choose love and forgiveness as your weapons. For by doing so, you not only raise your own frequencies but also transform the world around you. August, with his ancient wisdom, reminds us that it is in the darkness that the stars shine most brightly, and that each challenge is an opportunity to ascend once more on the spiral of spiritual evolution. Therefore, accept this challenge with an open and grateful heart, knowing that each test is another step on the journey toward awakening. May the light of love and forgiveness illuminate your path, today and always. Beloved chosen ones, as the winds of time blow toward the end of August, they carry with them the weight of financial frustrations, like shadows dancing on the walls of a forgotten temple. These are not mere numbers on the pages of a ledger, but portals to which old emotional wounds cry out for recognition and healing. Imagine, dear ones, that each coin that slips through your fingers is a symbol, a subtle code of the language of a universe, reflecting not the scarcity of the material world, but the abundance or lack that resides within you. When gold seems scarce, the universe is actually holding up a mirror to you, revealing still open wounds that await the gentle touch of healing. These financial frustrations are like echoes of a past that hasn't been fully digested, frequencies that vibrate in the core of your being, calling you to a dance of introspection. What emotional wounds still resonate with the frequency of insecurity? What stories from the past still sing the song of inadequacy? This is the invitation the universe extends to you, to lift the veils that hide unacknowledged pain and embrace the journey of healing. Visualize yourselves, then, as alchemists of the soul, transforming the heavy lead of fear and anxiety into the pure gold of understanding and acceptance. Every financial frustration is a golden key, waiting to open the doors to a new perception, to a deeper self-love. In this time of transition, the end of August reveals itself as a wise teacher, whispering to your hearts, look beyond the surface, see beyond the veil of matter. It is a wake-up call to the truth that abundance is an inner state, unshaken by external storms. So, beloved chosen ones, as you face the storms of lack and the waves of financial frustration, remember that you are engaged in a cosmic dance, where each challenge is an opportunity to grow, each obstacle is a portal to a new dimension of being. Breathe deeply, anchor yourself in the harmony of your inner self, and allow old wounds to be bathed in the light of consciousness. For at the end of each winter, spring blossoms, bringing with it the promise of renewal and abundance. Go forward, fearless and wise, knowing that the universe moves in sync with your steps, and that every painful truth faced is, in fact, a step towards inner freedom. Dear chosen ones, as we navigate the final waves of August, we are gently forced to face a truth that, though painful, is profoundly liberating. The feeling of losing our way, that emptiness that creeps in like a morning mist, is not a curse, but a cosmic invitation. It is the universe whispering in our spiritual ears, asking us to embrace the fluid dance of the unknown. Imagine yourselves as rivers meandering through vast, unknown lands. The flow of water doesn't despair when encountering a rock or an unexpected bend. Instead, it adapts, molds itself, allowing the journey to guide it. So too are we, rivers of consciousness, called to surrender our control to the invisible currents that guide us through portals of infinite possibilities. This feeling of loss of direction that many of you experience is actually a calling. A frequency vibrating deep within your being, urging you to reevaluate the purpose that resides in your hearts. For, in the stillness of not knowing, we find the opportunity to reconnect with the ancestral codes that inhabit our spirit. Codes that remind us that true purpose is never lost, but rather buried beneath earthly expectations and imposed narratives. Let us then allow the currents of the universe to carry us, confident that each deviation is a chance to recalibrate our internal compass. By surrendering to fluidity, we abandon the illusion of control and allow synchronicity to manifest in all its glory. Because, beloved chosen ones, it is in surrender that we discover true freedom. And by embracing this freedom, we become alchemists of our destiny, fearless in our search for meaning. With each step, we transform uncertainty into fertile ground for spiritual growth. Thus, what once seemed like a loss of direction reveals itself as a path illuminated by ancient stars, leading us back home, to the immutable essence of our being. So, when you feel lost, remember, this is not the end. It's just a new beginning, an invitation to dance to the rhythm of creation, confident that the universe will always guide us back to our sacred purpose. Let us journey together, chosen ones, into the fluidity of the cosmos, where all the answers await, ready to be discovered by those with the courage to surrender. Ah, the chosen, those who walk between worlds seen and unseen. They feel the silent dance of the stars on their skin, and in their hearts, the ancient pulse of an expanding universe. Today, it is with love and wisdom that we speak about this poignant and sometimes disconcerting feeling of isolation. Not as a punishment, but as a necessary metamorphosis, a phase in the eternal cycle that calls us within ourselves. Imagine, dear soul travelers, a hidden portal beneath the waves of time, an invitation issued by the subtlest frequencies of the cosmos. It is the call to retreat from the noisy world, where solitude transforms into the deepest communion with the authentic self. This space of isolation is not a cell, but a sanctuary built by the forces of awakening. Here, the echoes of the outside world are replaced by the tranquil melody of introspection. Upon crossing this threshold, it may seem as if the light fades and the shadows lengthen. Yet it is here, in stillness, that the codes of being begin to reveal themselves. Each breath, each heartbeat, becomes a hint to your true essence. Solitude is the alchemist that transforms the lead of illusions into the luminous silver of inner truth. Ah, chosen ones, it is in isolation that the mask falls, and the ego, stripped of its garments, ceases its incessant theater. The world ceases to be a stage and becomes a mirror, where the soul contemplates its own depths. It is in this sacred space that we hear the whisper of intuition, the voice of the spirit that guides us through the tides of life. In this retreat, we find the courage to face our fears, like guardians guarding the portals of the unknown self. And as we cross them, we discover that solitude is actually a bridge to a deeper connection with the whole. It is the dark night of the soul that prepares us for the dawn of a new consciousness. So, embrace this isolation as a gift from heaven, an opportunity to explore the inner landscapes where the secrets of the universe await to be revealed. For in the dance between solitude and unity, we find true freedom, the awakening to the authentic self we were always destined to be. And so, with our hearts aligned with the stars, we emerge as whole beings, ready to illuminate the path of those still lost in the shadows. Ah, beloved chosen ones, on this threshold of August, we are invited to dance in the fabric of dreams, those that make themselves present with an almost tangible vividness. August, with its energy of transition, acts as a celestial mirror, reflecting the secret codes of our slumbering spirit. Dreams, on these end-of-month nights, become portals between the conscious and the unknown, resonating like symphonies of ancient teachings waiting to be deciphered. Each dream is a whisper from the universe, a melody that guides our souls through invisible frequencies. They are the messengers of our subconscious, guardians of what we have not yet dared to awaken in the light of our being. These dreams are not merely creations of the mind, but star maps that guide us toward our true purpose. They speak to us in the language of the stars, in metaphors and symbols, inviting us to decipher the enigmas they hold. Chosen ones, you who walk the path of awakening, know that these vivid dreams are invitations to dive into the deep waters of self-knowledge. They ask us to open our hearts to the truth that whispers through the veil of night. When we awaken from a dream that seems more real than reality itself, it is our spirit crying out for attention, asking us to listen to the melody that gently plays on the strings of our destiny. In every dream image, there is a message waiting to be discovered, a lesson waiting to be learned. August dreams are like secret teachers who guide us toward a deeper spiritual alignment, for the integration of who we are and who we are destined to be. They remind us that, even in the darkest moments, there is a light that never fades, a connection that never breaks. So, as we lay our heads on the pillow during this August passage, let us remember to open ourselves to what is coming. Let us note every detail upon waking, every symbol and sensation. For, by decoding these messages, we are connecting more deeply with the universe and our higher selves. Let us listen carefully, dear chosen ones, for it is through these dreams that the path to our true selves reveals itself, and spiritual alignment becomes inevitable. Ah, the chosen, cosmic travelers sailing the seas of awakening, today we dive into the deep waters of resistance. Know that attachment to what we know is nothing more than an illusion, a shadow cast on the walls of the cave of the mind. This veil, which makes us fear the unknown, is also the chain that prevents us from dancing freely to the rhythm of existence. Resistance to change is like a broken mirror, reflecting only fragments of a greater whole we cannot see. It whispers that security lies in the comfort of the familiar, but this security is ephemeral, a mirage in a desert of constant transformation. Understand, dear ones, that true security lies in accepting the universal flow and trusting surrender to the mystery of life. The power of detachment is the key that unlocks portals to realities beyond what the eye can see. It is the secret code that synchronizes the heart's frequencies with the harmony of the cosmos. When we release the bonds of the past, we allow the new to enter our realm of possibilities, blossoming like a flower opening to the rising sun. Imagine yourself as an eagle, soaring above the mountains of doubt, seeing beyond the horizon of fear. Detachment, dear chosen ones, is the wind beneath your wings, lifting you to heights where vision is clear and wisdom is unshakable. By letting go of the weight of that which no longer serves your journey, you become light, fluid, capable of transforming and adapting to the currents of destiny. Always remember that every ending is also a beginning in disguise. Every door that closes paves the way for others to open wide, revealing hidden treasures in the shadows of the unknown. Resistance is the prison we build with bricks of fear, but detachment is the courage to tear down those walls and walk toward the light. Allow yourselves, then, to flow like a river dancing among the stones, without stopping, without hesitation. Detachment is the eternal melody that resonates in the hearts of those who awaken, of those who choose to trust in the great unfolding of the universe. Thus, flourish, dear travelers, in each uncertain step, in each new season of the soul. For in the dance of detachment, we find the true freedom of being. Dear chosen ones, imagine yourself navigating the mysterious waters of your own being, where each tumultuous wave is not a sign of fragility, but rather an invitation to an inner journey, a sacred dance that invites you to dive deeper. In these moments of inner conflict, when the winds blow strong and the storms rage, know that you are before hidden portals, portals that resonate with the ancient codes of resilience and compassion. These conflicts, friends of the soul, are not storms that come to destroy, but rather to cleanse, to purify the fertile soil of your spirit. It is in the collision of these internal currents that true strength, sculpted with the patience of ages, is awakened. Think of conflicts as internal alchemists, transmuting the lead of doubt into the gold of understanding. As the end of August approaches, teaching truths that can no longer be ignored, remember that resistance is not the enemy, it is the great teacher. It shows us where we cling to fear, where we have not yet allowed the light to enter. And in this process of revelation, we are gently guided to weave the web of compassion, first for ourselves, then for the world around us. Each internal challenge is a note in a cosmic symphony of life, a frequency vibrating in the fabric of the universe. And by tuning into these frequencies, you begin to hear the music of the soul, the one that sings of the beauty of rebuilding, of reinventing yourself with each fall and each rise. Therefore, do not fear inner conflicts, beloved chosen ones. Instead, embrace them as old friends who bring with them the gift of hidden wisdom. For it is through them that you become more than you were, more than you imagined you could be, more than the world expects. And so, anchored in resilience and bathed in compassion, you become beacons of light, guiding not only yourselves but also those who still navigate lost in the darkness. May the strength of 1,000 suns illuminate your path, and may each inner storm reveal itself as the dawn of new revelations. For you, the chosen ones, are the keepers of the keys that open the doors of eternity. Dear chosen ones, who walk with the light of the ancients in their hearts, today I approach you to reveal a secret that hovers amidst the murmurs of the cosmos. A secret that whispers through the gentle breezes and sings in the silence of the stars. I speak of inner silence, a sacred portal to wisdom that transcends time and space. On our earthly journey, we are often assaulted by a deafening chaos, a whirlwind of voices, expectations, and illusions that distance us from our divine essence. However, it is in the profound silence that the true voice of wisdom resides. It is there that ancient codes dance, revealing truths that the external world can never offer. Imagine silence not as an absence of sound, but as a powerful frequency, a cosmic melody that resonates with the harmonies of the universe. As you dive into this tranquil ocean, you connect to a vast network of knowledge and love, woven by those who came before us and who still walk beside us, invisible but ever present. During meditation, you become spiritual alchemists, transmuting the noise of the world into pure wisdom. It is in this state of serene peace that inner portals open, revealing star maps that guide your steps with the light of discernment. It is no coincidence that so many ancient cultures revere silence as a teacher. To breathe deeply and quiet the mind is to align oneself with the matrix of creation, where universal truth echoes incessantly. Dear chosen ones, by embracing silence, you activate an inner beacon that illuminates the path through the shadows of doubt and fear. It is in this crystal clarity that universal guidance manifests, offering answers not only to the questions we dare to ask, but also to those that still reside deep within our being, waiting to emerge. Therefore, as the end of August approaches, bringing with it the promise of renewal and transformation, remember to seek refuge in silence. Let this sacred space be your temple, where ancient wisdom meets universal guidance, and where you become one with the whole. For, after all, it is in silence that supreme truth resides, and it is there that your true journey begins. Go in peace, with a light heart and an awakened mind. For you, my beloved chosen ones, are the bearers of eternal light. My beloved chosen ones, on this journey where the August winds whisper ancient secrets, we are invited to face the essence of true freedom. A freedom not found in possession or control, but in the acceptance of impermanence and the warm embrace of the present. Imagine, if you will, the vastness of the ocean. Each wave that forms and breaks is an eloquent reminder that life is fluid, eternal in its movement, never trapped in a single instant. So too are the moments we live. They arise, leave their indelible mark, and dissolve, becoming part of the cosmic tapestry of time. True freedom, dear ones, is not a chain that binds us to the desire for permanence. Rather, it is the golden portal that leads us to the full acceptance that everything is in constant transformation. By understanding this sacred dance, we are freed from the shackles of resistance and fear. Allow your hearts to resonate with the frequency of acceptance. Feel how every cell of your being vibrates as you release the bonds of what once was and stop yearning for what is not yet. Rejoice in the celebration of the now, for it is the only gift we truly possess. At this very moment, as the stars align to remind us of our connection to infinity, know that the true gift lies in appreciating what is. In the deep breath that honors life. In the blink of an eye that contemplates the beauty of the world with childlike wonder. When we accept impermanence, we free ourselves from the suffering that arises from trying to imprison the ephemeral. We become alchemists of our own existence, capable of transforming each experience into a learning experience, each farewell into a new opportunity for rebirth. Freedom, dear chosen ones, is an eternal dance between being and letting go. It is the sacred code that reveals to us the truth that we are interdimensional travelers, navigating this reality with ease and gratitude. And so, as August bids farewell, may we all celebrate the present moment, certain that it is, and always will be, the truest home of our souls. May the light of acceptance shine in your hearts, and may we walk together, free, on the sacred path of impermanence. Beloved chosen ones, allow me to guide you through the ethereal mists of the unconscious, where dreams dance like divine messengers, carrying on their ethereal wings the whispers of the soul. In these veils of starry night, we find secret portals that lead us to the depths of our innermost longings. Dreams, these sacred letters sent by the soul, are celestial maps that illuminate the hidden pathways of our being. When we close our eyes and enter the realm of dreams, we become navigators of an unknown sea, where each wave is a frequency resonating with the song of the universe. Here, time is not linear, and landscapes unfold in overlapping layers of reality and fantasy. It is a realm where past, present, and future intertwine in an eternal dance, revealing truths that the waking world hides beneath the veil of rationality. Dreams are the golden keys that unlock the vaults of our buried desires. They show us where the true essence of our being resides, far from the masks we wear in everyday life. Through them, we are invited to listen to the subtle whispers of our intuition, which guide us like a beacon in the darkness. Each symbol, each scene, each emotion is a code to be deciphered, a message that calls us to look within and recognize the parts of ourselves that cry out for attention and healing. And so, as the end of August approaches, bringing with it the promise of transformation, dreams intensify. They become echoes of a destiny beginning to unfold, like a celestial scroll slowly unfurling before our eyes. In their enigmatic language, dreams show us the potentials waiting to be manifested, the paths we can follow if we have the courage to follow our inner compass. But, oh, dear chosen ones, do not fear the painful truths that dreams may bring. For each truth is a ray of light, an opportunity for liberation and growth. By facing them, we transcend the limitations imposed by our fears and beliefs, and draw ever closer to our divine essence. So, as you enter this sacred territory of dreaming, do so with reverence and courage. Let your dreams show you what needs to be seen, reveal the destiny your soul yearns to follow. For it is through dreams that we find the way back home, to the sacred center of our being, where truth and peace await to embrace us in their infinite wisdom. Dear chosen ones, travelers of the stars and navigators of time, we have reached the threshold of a cycle. August, this enigmatic portal, opens before us, revealing truths that sometimes seem like thorns embedded in the paths of our journey. However, know that each painful truth is, in fact, a sacred code, a hidden frequency that resonates in the depths of your soul, waiting to be deciphered. Facing these truths with the bravery of a spiritual warrior transforms you into alchemists of your own reality. You, masters of your own lives, are called to transmute the lead of challenges into the purest golden wisdom. With each obstacle, a new opportunity to chart your path more clearly, to carve your purpose more precisely. In this moment of reflection and transition, look within and see the seeds of growth planted in fertile soil. Every tear that falls, every sigh of doubt, are waterings that nourish the sacred soil of your existence. You are not alone. The universe, in its infinite cosmic dance, conspires to support your transformation, whispering ancient secrets to the wind that caresses your face. The chosen are those who, in facing the storms of truth, discover they have wings to soar above the dark clouds, touching the stars with their fingertips. You are those who, by diving into the depths, find pearls of wisdom that light the way back to the surface. As this cycle ends, remember that each truth faced is a note in the symphony of your awakening. Celebrate your silent victories, honor your inner battles, and know that each step, no matter how small, is a step toward your true essence. To continue this journey of self-discovery and enlightenment, we invite you to share your experiences in the comments below. Let your heart speak, for each word you speak can be the flame that illuminates the path of another chosen one. Subscribe to the channel, join this community of awakened souls, and together we will discover the mysteries the universe still holds for us. Remember, beloved travelers, that the only constant is change, and by embracing it with love and courage, you become masters of destiny and creators of new worlds. Until your next crossing, always travel in light and harmony.